7 beautiful stories about life you should hear at least once in your life. Good stories about life always make people feel more optimistic and love life. In this inherently hustle and bustle of life, there still exists something called love between people. If today you are tired and have lost faith in everything, please soothe your soul with the Life Lessons channel with the following meaningful stories. 1. Sacrifice in love. Because she was so upset with her long and tangled hair, the wife asked her husband to buy her a new comb. However, the husband sadly refused her, because he didn't even have the money to repair the watch and buying a comb was beyond his ability. The wife heard that and said nothing more. The next day, on the way to work, the husband decided to stop by the watch store and sell his watch at a cheap price to use the money to buy a new comb for his wife. When he returned home after work, he happily held the comb in his hand and looked forward to the happy look on his wife's face. However, he was extremely surprised when his wife approached him with short hair. It turned out that she had secretly sold her hair to get money to buy a new watch for him. Tears of happiness suddenly fell on their cheeks. Not that what they do is in vain, but because of the deep love they secretly have for each other. 2. How much is a bargain? There was a girl who parked her car right next to the old man selling eggs. She was dressed elegantly, got out of the car and asked to buy eggs. How much is an egg? $1 for one egg, ma'am. The old man replied. $8 for 10 eggs, the girl said nonchalantly. Too cheap, ma'am. If not, then stop. The girl was about to leave. But the old man stopped her. Miss, you are the first customer and I probably won't be able to sell anything all day, so I will sell it to you. So the girl smirked and took the eggs away and was secretly happy because she had obtained a great bargain. After buying eggs, she followed an appointment with friends to a luxury restaurant. They happily enjoyed all the delicious and expensive food at the party. They ate whatever they wanted. When paying, their total bill was up to $450, but the girl gave $500 to the restaurant owner and said, "No change." Lesson: the incident seemed simple, but it was very painful for the old egg seller. We often show extreme generosity for the sake of dignity when we go to luxurious places and meet rich people, while regretting every penny with miserable people, those who need to be shared more. 3. Burnt bread is also delicious. If I remember correctly, I was 8 or 9 years old. I remember my mom is a busy person. But after coming home from work, my mother often cooks simple dishes for my father and me to eat. One day, just by mistake, my mother burned the bread as black as coal. I looked at them boredly and waited to see how my father would react. However, unlike my guess, my father chatted with my mother and asked about my studies. While eating delicious pieces of bread. I don't remember what I talked about with my dad, but I remember my mom apologizing to my dad for the burnt bread, and I can't forget my dad saying to my mom, "Honey, I like to eat burnt bread." I carry big questions in my heart. Later, before going to bed, I asked him if he really liked burnt bread like he said. He smiled and said to me, "Everyone has times when they make mistakes, like Dad not being able to remember Mom's birthday clearly. We all know that Mom had a very hard and tiring day at work. Eating a piece of burnt bread doesn't lose anything. But if you say a negative word, it will cause great harm. That is the most important key to creating a happy and joyful life. We need to learn to sympathize with the shortcomings and mistakes of those around us. Because no one in this world is perfect and anyone can make mistakes, including ourselves. Learning to be tolerant and treat people gently is also the seed of happiness in each of our lives. 4. Travel luggage, how much is enough? A novice monk prepares to go to a strange place to study. Before leaving, the monk asked, "When will you go?" "Next week, it's a long way." So I asked someone to knit a few pairs of grass shoes. After getting the shoes, I will leave. The monk pondered for a moment and then said, "Don't worry, I will ask some believers to give you shoes." I don't know how many people the monk told, but that day there were dozens of people bringing shoes to donate, filling a corner of the meditation room. The next morning, someone brought an umbrella for the monk. And the monk immediately asked, "Why did the trustee give me an umbrella?" The monk was afraid that the young monk would encounter heavy rain on the way, so he asked us to give him an umbrella. So that day, there were dozens of umbrellas brought by believers to give to the monk. That night, the teacher met the monk again and asked, "Are shoes and umbrella enough for your child to use?" "That's enough," the young man pointed to the pile of umbrellas and grass shoes piled high like a small mountain in the room. "But now there's too much and I can't take it all away," Master said. "So how can I know how many rainy and windy situations I will experience? What should I do if my shoes are torn or my umbrella is damaged?" Pausing for a moment, the master continued, "On the way you will definitely encounter many rivers and streams, so tomorrow I will ask everyone to donate a boat for you to take with you." At this moment, the young monk understood the master's intention, so he immediately knelt down. "I will immediately depart and do not need anything." Lesson: when doing anything, the important thing is not whether the items are carefully prepared or not, but whether we have enough determination or not. If you have the determination to clearly outline your goals, everything will no longer be a problem, no longer an obstacle. Bring your heart to the road. No matter how far away the goal is, the road is right under your feet, just keep going and you will get there. We can't wait until we're done preparing to start doing something. Each person's luggage only needs determination and a warm heart. 5. The man threw away his shoes. While on the high-speed train, James accidentally dropped a very beautiful brand shoe that he had just bought. Everyone around admired him and felt sorry for him. However, right after that, everyone was suddenly shocked to see James throw the remaining one out of the ship. When asked, he slowly replied, "No matter how beautiful, new, or expensive those shoes are, if one is lost, it is no longer valuable to me. On the other hand, what if I drop both of them and someone is lucky enough to pick them up? Who knows? Maybe they will be able to use those shoes." Lesson: in life, there are some things that seem to no longer be useful to you, but are a great happiness to others. So, cherish your current life. Cherish what you have and share it with everyone around you to feel life is meaningful and full of love. 6. The poverty of the rich. The rich father took his son to the poor village to let him know how lucky he was. After returning, he asked about the boy's experience. He said he enjoyed it and this trip was great for him. The father asked the boy how poor people lived, and the boy said, "Our family only has one dog, but they have a whole pack. We only have a small swimming pool, but they have many big rivers. At night, they have a whole sky with countless stars, while we only have light bulbs. They have many friends, walls and time to spend together, while we only have TV and phones." Finally, the boy exclaimed, "So we are much poorer than them. Right?" Lesson: wealth is not only measured in money and material things, but rich people are those who live in the love of family, friends, and the true values of life. 7. Confidence helps us do everything. In the new school year, our class will be taught math by Mr. Henry. On the first lesson, the teacher distributed test questions to the whole class. However, everyone was surprised by the teacher's rather strange way of distributing cards and grading them. The teacher said, "There are a total of 3 questions here. The first question will include easy and difficult exercises. If you complete them all, you will get 10 points. The second question is quite easy questions but the maximum score is only again at level 8. And the final test is full of extremely easy questions and the highest score you can achieve is 6 points. We only had 15 minutes to complete the test, so most people chose question number 2. Then about a week later, the teacher replayed the test and everyone was surprised because everyone achieved their maximum score. Topic you have chosen. When asked about this issue, the teacher said, "I'm just creating a small confidence challenge for you. Everyone wants to have a score of 10 but is afraid of the challenge, so in the end they cannot achieve it." Lesson: we often give up because we find it difficult before we even start. That's why we can't achieve any success. Only when you dare to confidently face all challenges can you reach the pinnacle of life's glory. Above are good stories that you can listen to every time you feel tired, stuck and depressed. Believe that this life is always beautiful and imbued with human love. Even though sometimes you will be skeptical about some things. Good things always come when they need to.
Life Lessons channel. Thank you for watching the video.